princess. She wants to be in this.
She does.
Hi, welcome back to In My Mama's Kitchen. I'm Jeff, and this is
Mama.
I've had a lot of requests for freezer meals and quick meals, and a lot of requests from single people who want to make meals that they can put in the freezer and take for lunch during the week. And I've had a couple of requests for like a homemade or semi-homemade hamburger helper. So we're going to be doing 2 meals today. They're quick, they're easy, they're delicious, and they're a way to zhuzh up, I guess you would say, just regular stuff. And some of it's with leftovers, and some of it is not semi-homemade. So our first meal is going to be a homemade, like hamburger helper style cheeseburger macaroni, and the other one is going to be a broccoli, rice, and cheese and chicken casserole. So, anything you want to add?
No. No, are we going to do this at the same time?
Sure. Well, I was going to get the meat going for the
Okay.
hamburger, and then I'll saute up the chicken. If you want to turn that on and put in a tablespoon of olive oil. Now here I've got 6 chicken tenders. I bought a pack of 12 chicken tenders, and we made one recipe with them, and I had 6 left over, so I've just diced them really small. As you can see, they're tiny. I just cut each tenderloin in half and then diced it small, because that'll really stretch it out. Now I'm going to season these up with a little bit of olive oil.
I just put some in the pan.
Well, this is for the chicken. That's for the hamburger.
Okay.
And then salt. Season to your taste. No one knows your taste except for you. So I do salt, pepper. Really interesting thing. A lot of people only use poultry seasoning during Thanksgiving and Christmas. You're cooking with chicken. It's poultry. Put some poultry seasoning on there. It brings out the flavor.
And it doesn't taste like sage. It has a little bit in it, but
yeah. Putting a little bit of MSG on there. And y'all know my feelings on that. That whole headache thing is a lie.
Seasoned salt, because he can't do anything without seasoned salt. Because it seasons it, and it enhances whatever you're cooking.
And I'm not adding a lot.
We even put that in mashed potatoes now.
Mm-hmm. This is just ground up red chili flakes, just like a 1/4 teaspoon.
It gives it a kick, and it's so good.
Mm-hmm. A little dash of garlic.
Because.
Yeah. And then a little dash of onion powder. Now, if you'll put half those onions, let me get you a spoon.
Okay.
In the pan right there.
In this pan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let it start sauteing.
I love gas stoves.
Yeah.
And then sprinkle some in here.
Okay.
Let's get the rest of this in there. My hands are clean. Washed them like 5 times already. I've already got everything already chopped and prepped and ready to go.
Yeah. I'll get a wooden spoon.
Yes. Well,
Too.
I've got a spatula here. We'll do that for the chicken.
I was just going to get these going.
And I'm just stirring up the chicken with the spices. And then I'll let you do that over in that pan over there.
Okay, do you need to put olive oil or anything in that?
No, because I put olive oil on the chicken.
So just turn it on?
Correct. Now back here, let me turn this one on, get that on high. What we're using for the broccoli, rice, and chicken casserole are these Knorr pasta sides. This is not sponsored, but these things are phenomenal.
Yummy.
They're $1 a pack. So we're using 2 of them, so we're doubling the recipe. So it requires 3.5 cups of water and a 1/2 cup of milk. So I'll pour that in there. You got to bring that to a boil. I'm coming around this side.
Okay. Oh, those onions smell so
Oh, I
good.
know. Let me get the hamburger meat in there. And y'all know how I package my hamburger meat. We vacuum seal it in 1-pound bags.
Let me get the chicken going over
Okay.
here. Chicken and onions.
And if you don't have to cook these both at the same time, but if you're meal prepping, this is a great way to do it.
Yeah, do it on a Sunday afternoon after the football game. You got it for the whole week.
And then you literally got meals for an entire week.
So we're just spreading out the chicken to let it.
You want it to brown.
So
Now-
just leave it alone. Don't be stirring it. Once you get it all spread out, just leave it alone for a while.
And then you need 2 tablespoons of butter in the broccoli rice.
Let it spread out good enough for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm just putting a half tablespoon of butter in the chicken just to let it melt down in there. The cool thing about all this is there's a lot of YouTubers that do large family freezer meals.
This is starting to brown really.
I'm not a large family. I'm large.
We're a family.
We're a family. But I don't want to cook 14 pounds of food and eat the same thing for,
Every
20
day.
days.
Yeah.
So this gives us a lot of good food that we can freeze, thaw out, and eat really quickly without having to make another mess.
Yeah, I like that.
So now I'm going to season up the hamburger meat. Salt. And you want about a teaspoon of salt per pound of meat. Pepper.
Seasoned salt.
I put it in everything. It's phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Even though I've got onions in here, I'm putting onion powder because it gives it a different flavor. A little bit of garlic. And some red chili.
Oh, lots of red chilies.
We like it spicy. And then you're just going to brown your meat. Now, people are like, well, Hamburger Helper is $2 a box. Yeah. With the shortage of everything that's been going on with all the shipping containers and everything, I actually saw a Hamburger Helper the other day at the grocery store for $3.
What?
Normally it's like $1.50. These right here, Kraft Macaroni and Cheese, 75 cents each. So that's $1.50. What you're going to do is, because this is all done in one pot, you're going to use both seasoning packets, but only one box of macaroni and cheese. One box of macaroni. Save that macaroni for something else. Okay? You're always going to be needing macaroni for something. You're going to make chili mac or something like that.
And that's browning, and this is browning, and this is starting to bubble.
Yep.
A little bit.
Now you're just going to cook this to packaging instructions, the broccoli, rice, and cheese. And would you bring everything to a boil, and then you stir, reduce heat, and simmer, covered for 7 minutes or until it's done. Now I'm also going to put some black pepper in here.
The last time we made it with pasta.
Yes,
Instead of the rice.
They've got a macaroni. It's really good.
It's a pasta, it's not macaroni.
Well, it's a longer, yeah.
Yeah, and it was really, really good.
If you want to get technical, it's a Celantoon, but
Okay. Spot right there.
I'm just breaking up the hamburger meat and cooking it.
There you go. I just have to mess with you. There's one big block that wasn't getting done. So.
Well, my dumbass didn't get my meat chopper. I'll have to bleep that, sorry.
What did you say?
Nothing?
So while all this is browning, I just saw that Brad Pitt's going into the music industry.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so I'm sure he'll get lots of airplay. The reason I bring that up is because I'm wearing this Sevener shirt. Well, my little buddy Andrew Sevener. He was on The Voice a couple of years ago, and is super, super country artist. So if you get a chance to check him out, please do so. He's got some great music, and he's a super nice guy from Texas.
All right,
And,
so once this is all browned up, we'll be right back with you, and I can learn to talk, hopefully. You turn that too early.
Okay, I'll turn it back then. See? You just never know.
All right, so the hamburger meat is done. The chicken is cooking. So now, would you hand me a wooden spoon, please?
Yes.
Or the one for the beef that you're using. We're going to put in 1 pack of the cheese sauce, or the cheese mixture, the powder, and we're going to put in 1 box of the macaroni noodles. Just mix that around really well. Yes, I know we're not boiling them We're going to cook them in with the meat. Now I'm going to add some water.
About a cup and a half.
That's about a cup and a half of water. Now this pasta is going to cook and it's going to suck up that water. And I'm going to add in some milk and splash it all over the stove. Because I make a mess when I cook, but I'm having fun.
That's the main thing. And guess what? It cleans up.
Exactly.
Especially if you do it right away, don't let it sit and turn into a gooey mess.
You want enough liquid for your pasta to be covered. You might have to add more. You might not. So get that going. You just put the lid on. Now we've got over here, we have the rice and the broccoli cooking. And that's just going to cook until it's all tender. Now, we had some broccoli the other night that we cooked up. You can do boiled, steamed, sauteed, whatever. I'm going to put that in there as well. And let that reheat along with the rice. I'd already put it in the microwave for about a minute to take the chill off because I didn't want it to cool everything down. So the chicken is almost done. As soon as that's done, that'll go in there, and then I'll just finish cooking. So we'll be back. So the chicken is now done, and sorry for the angle. Just add that in. Scrape all the little oniony bits out. You know my motto, you paid for them. Stir all that in. See, it's getting all thick. Big stem of broccoli. Then I'm going to drop the heat down to low and just let it simmer. So the broccoli rice casserole is done for the most part. First off, I'm going to add in cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want. I'm using a mild cheddar. Actually, this is a medium cheddar, sorry. Sharp cheddar would be really good in there. Mom doesn't like sharp.
I like it in some things. It is not as much. Look how quickly that melts.
Then,
A little bit
for
of
the
cream.
piece de la resistance,
Oh, yeah.
a couple ounces of cream.
That looks delicious. Smells great.
And then taste for seasonings.
Yes, I already did that.
And
It tastes good.
what's really funny is I mentioned that to Mom. You know, I wanted to make that. She's like, I don't know.
I was like, I don't know. I should know better.
You should know better. Show you what this is looking like here. Pasta is almost done. I had to add another cup of milk to it.
Because the pasta wasn't getting done.
It just needed a little bit more.
That needs cheese.
It's going to get some cheese.
Yeah.
Remember that other packet of...
No, let's keep that up. I don't think it's all the way over where you can see it.
It is.
Good. Okay.
Remember, I'm tall. I can see the
Oh,
top of
okay.
it.
You can see the top of it.
Add
Oh, the other
half.
packet. Okay.
Yeah. Because on the hamburger helper, it comes with a big pack of that cheese powder.
Yeah, it does.
So that's why you need 2 packs of macaroni and cheese.
I use that when I make chili, and I make chili rice. That is so good. You use,
We'll have to do that one day.
yeah, use that processed cheese and butter and rice and chili. So good.
Now I'm also adding just 1 slice of American cheese.
Speaking of processed.
Well, this is cheesy for a reason.
I know.
And this is going to add creaminess.
Yeah.
You could add cream cheese if you want to, but I think that would just add a little bit too much sweet to it.
Yeah.
stir all of that in. Now, while we've been waiting on all this and watching it cook, we've been cleaning the kitchen. Almost all the dishes are done except for pretty much what you see in front of us. And now, because 2 cheeses are not enough, we're going to add some cheddar. And this is all stuff that I've pre-grated. You gonna stir that in for me, please?
Sure.
Because you know how I feel about buying grated cheese.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Because they put the cellulose and the wood pulp and the potato starch and all that in there, which will totally change your dish.
Yes.
Now, guys, this looks like a ton of cheese. This is only 2 ounces of cheese total. I just, finally grated it.
And that soaks up some of that
Exactly. Some of that
moisture,
excess moisture.
yeah. Makes it cheesy goodness.
And again, this is totally optional.
Just a little.
Just a little bit of cream. Gives it that unctuousness. I love that word. I can already tell it needs more
Umami,
pepper.
right? Yes. Well, we're pepper freaks here. We like lots of pepper. I mean, Jeff even puts it on oatmeal, so
Yes, it's so good in oatmeal.
what can I tell you? That looks really good.
I want noodles, damn it. Dang it.
Oops. It's hot. Super hot.
Well, yeah, it's boiling. What gave you that
I'm
idea?
going to turn it down just a hair.
You can put it all the way. Well, put it below low because that burner low is still high.
Yeah, it is. Okay. And that's going to soak up the rest of that. This over here. Oh,
All right, we'll be right back. So we're just dishing up a little bit to try out. Because, like I said, we're going to put these as freezer meals. So we want to make sure that they're good and tasty.
that's for me.
Little
Just
nibbles.
want to let it get
Little nibbles for lunch.
cooled off a little bit using paper plates because why not?
And you don't have to make both of these. You can make one, and then another week make another. I just wanted to show you. I mean, this is taking us a total of 20 minutes.
To do 2 deals. And like with the hamburger helper, you can serve it with a salad or green beans or something green. This already has broccoli in it, so
It's a full meal.
it's a full meal.
Now let's talk cost. The hamburger meat was $3.50 a pound because I buy it in bulk at Costco. The boxes of macaroni and cheese were 75 cents each. Thank you, Thelma.
So we're up to $6.
She had to put her 2 cents in.
Yeah,
The,
602.
I used 2 ounces of cheddar cheese and 1 slice of American cheese, so that's like what, 50 cents?
50 cents, so we'll say
And then
$6.50.
I used 2 cups of milk. So, I get a gallon of milk for $2.25.
Let's say another $1, so we're up to
No,
$7.50.
50 cents.
Okay,
so
so
the whole thing's
$7.
less than $8. Now this, the broccoli, was $1 for the freezer bag. We used half of it, because we had half left over. So that's 50 cents. The Nor pasta sides were $1 each. That's $2.50. The pack of chicken was $4.75.
We'll use half
Let's
of
round
it.
that up to 5. We used half of it, so
That's
that's
$2.50.
$2.50. So that's like $6 for that.
Can't beat that with a stick.
So you've got 2 meals for $14. But then if you break that down and you freeze that, that's going to give you 3 or 4 meals if you're a single person.
Yeah.
So you're looking at
Even with
$1.50 a meal.
Even with the 2 of us, it's going to take a couple of meals to get all this.
Yes. And the great thing is they freeze very well.
And how would you freeze it? What would you put it in?
I would just put it in either a vacuum bag or a meal prep container like this.
Yeah.
They've got these little black meal prep containers with lids. And then, yeah, and you don't like hamburger helper, so this is going to be... It's not bad. It doesn't suck, as I like to say. I think that it's got, it blows hamburger helper out of the water.
It's not bad.
And you can't go wrong with broccoli rice casserole.
Try that with the chicken. I prefer that.
Well, you would. That was non-insult. I don't want to get hit.
I don't hit.
Ask my brother about the remote control.
That was years ago when he deserved it.
Ask me about when I had a mosquito on my forehead.
That's actually documented.
I don't hit.
I wasn't hitting you; it was hitting the mosquito.
Mm-hmm. Now, in this
That's
hamburger
really good.
helper knockoff, you can add whatever cheeses you want. You can add pepper jack to give it a spicy kick. You can add some Swiss, whatever cheeses you like. It's your dinner. So, hope y'all enjoy. Please like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Our subscriber count is rising up. And if y'all subscribe
And share it.
we'll get sponsors. And we'll be able to bring you better stuff and great deals and stuff as well.
Yeah, and we really appreciate all you guys subscribing and sharing the links with your friends.
Thank you very much.
It's really
Our subscriber count has quadrupled in the past month.
Yeah.
So we're starting. We're getting there. So thank you all very much. Hope y'all have Merry Christmas. God bless. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
This is really good.
Thank you. I've been trying to get you to try it for a couple of years.
I know.